welcome to Gallery Watch. Well, in just a few short years, the City of Perth Black Swan Prize for Portraiture has become one of the most talked about events on the art calendar in Western Australia, and now indeed throughout the whole country. And tonight we're here at the opening night, which also culminates in the Youth Award, to find out just what all this buzz is all about.
Rachel Mellon. I am from John 23rd College and this is my artwork. While I was choosing my subject for the art, I recently watched the movie The Dark Knight, and then I decided right there and then I was going to do the Joker because I really like the movie.
Grace Thompson from John 23rd. I don't know, I just really like him. His personality is quirky and I just thought I'd paint him. So.
My name's Kate Shelton and I come from All Saints College. I'm in Year 10 and my painting is of James Morrison. I think he's a very influential Australian musician, and he has won the Order of Australia medal. It was more of a school desired unit that we were going to do, that we would paint famous people, and I obviously chose him because of that. We then all decided as a class that because of ours just idea that we would all put them into the Black Swan competition. We've had previous interest in this, so it was really a good choice, I think. I started art in Year 9, and this is probably only the second time that I've really painted a work, so yeah.
And I'm 15 years old, and this is my portrait about my personality, within me, and what was going on with me at the time. It's about negatives and positives and within a personality, and the school entered it in the competition for me, which I thought was quite nice. It was pretty much mixed medias. I've used ink, prints and collaging, and I've also used acrylic paints on it, so quite a variety. It's just wisdom and that, and it's meant to be sun rays, and that was meant to be the labyrinth symbol of being lost, kind of coming through, and then they've been joined together through contrast. Yeah, I love it.
Well, I'm lucky enough to be here with the Executive Director of Artrinsic, Tina Wilson. How are you?
Good, thank you.
What a wonderful event.
Yeah, I'm very, very pleased with the turnout tonight. It's absolutely fantastic.
Now, this event, in a relatively short time, has really become quite up there with events across Australia now, hasn't it?
Yes, definitely. It's very surprising how quickly it's taken off, and to me it's a testament to the artists themselves, and the fact that we've now got a portrait prize here in Perth, I think, is a great thing.
So why did you set it up?
Frustration. Because being in Western Australia is so far from the rest of the country, and to enter art prizes cost thousands of dollars just to ship your artwork. So I thought, why isn't there a prize here in Western Australia? And that was basically the inspiration. Now there is, and now we've got the Eastern States artists spending thousands of dollars to get their artwork here.
So the shoe's on the other foot now.
Exactly, yeah.
Now what has the response been like from Perth artists?
Excellent, excellent, because it's a great way for them to have their work exhibited with the top portrait artists around Australia. So it raises their calibre of their artwork as well. So it gives them more professional opportunities, and also more people commission them for paintings.
Now tell me about some of the winners in the past.
Winners in the past, that's a difficult one. We've had 2 local artists, Peter Samidas and Nigel Hewitt, have been winners, which has been fantastic. But the winner in the very first year was Cassandra Burton, who painted the Bali bomb victim Peter Hughes. And what made that one so special is she was actually a full-time carer looking after her mother, so she only painted that one painting, and it ended up winning, and she got $15,000, so it changed her life. So I think the prize has the ability to, artists can then afford to stay home and paint more, as opposed to, the constant struggle of when will I get a commission, when am I going to sell a work. So that's what we hope the prize does for people.
Now, tonight's opening night event also culminated in something a little bit different, the Youth Award. Tell me about that.
Yeah, what we do is we really want to encourage the youth of Western Australia to become artists. And there's not a great deal of competitions here that reward them substantially. So we decided to set up a youth prize which mirrors the adult prize. And we have about $5,000 worth of prize money now that we award to kids right across Western Australia. And hopefully we can encourage them to become professional artists in the future.
Now, some of those winners this evening came from Club Ado and some other very special places, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. We do Starlight Children's Foundation. We work with Save the Children as well. What we try to do is reach parts of the community that don't normally have access to the arts. So the Club Ado section, essentially we get celebrities to come in and pose for the kids and the kids get to paint them. So I think it's fun for the celebrity and it's also fun for the youth who are involved. And we do Indigenous art workshops up north as well in the remote regions, which has been very, very fun.
Now, it all sounds fabulous, but of course things like this can't happen without help and sponsors because they do cost money.
Absolutely not.
Who's been helping make this wonderful event happen?
Well, the Youth Portrait Prize, the City of Perth are our major sponsor, Healthway for the Go and 2 and 5 Regional Portrait Prize, Save the Children, Artshed, Di Taylor, Helen Playford, Squire Sanders, trying to remember them all, and the City of Perth Lions Club.
So lots of people know that this is a very good thing. They're all getting amongst it, aren't they?
Absolutely. I think what we find is it's not easy to raise money in the arts, but we find very passionate people, and I think they believe in art as much as we do, and that makes our job a lot easier, having that support behind us.
Now, you certainly believe in art, and this here is one of your works, is that correct?
No, this is actually Rona Chadwick, an artist who painted my portrait, and this is the first time I've had my portrait painted, and I must say it was unusual to be on the other side because I'm normally painting people and this is the first time, but I'm very, very pleased. It's just someone sees a certain, side of your personality and portrays that, and that's quite an honour.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm very much looking forward to next year's event.
Me too. Hopefully be bigger and better with more prize money, thanks to Dick Lester from the Lester Group.
I'm Paige Rosenberg and I go to Falcon Primary. This is John Flynn. He invented the Royal Flying Doctor Service. It's just an Andy Warhol painting because he was a modern thinker. No, I don't think. There's a lot of competition, but whoever wins is very lucky.
My name's Dana and I'm from Prendeville Catholic College and I'm in Year 7, and this is my painting or drawing, and it's of Christina Aguilera, and I did her because she's my idol and I really like her. Yeah, like I would draw in my room, draw everywhere, so.
I'm Olivia Buckles from Prendeville Catholic College, and this is my drawing. It's of me and my two sisters, and it's just made out of coffee, the sort of coffee here, and it's just about like the animal instinct we have to put on when we go through hard times in our life. I'm not sure. Hope so.
My name's Bodie Hill. I'm 14 from Kalamunda Senior High School. That's my painting. It was just like a class project that we did. We did colours for the first half of the year or so, and we just changed to black and white because it was something different to do.
I'm Eloisa Cazzoli. I made this painting of my father, Rick Cazzoli, and I've named it My Zone. And it's basically just about everything that means the most to me and what I associate my dad with. So yeah, I've just got all the different objects that I really think he likes and what we share in common. I love to paint. I've been painting since I was really little, since I was 2. Anything really, people. I love painting landscapes, the ocean, beach. Yeah.
My name's Sonia Lazarov and I'm in Year 11 at Perth College, and I painted me and my grandma because, I call her Baba, but she's a very important person in my life and I wanted to show that through the painting. and paint her because I really look up to her and she's like a very influential person in my life. I've been doing it since I was little. I used to draw a lot, and when I came to Perth College I started painting.
I'm sure you must feel very proud of the work you've done, and I can assure you that all of us here are very proud of you.
Para bailar la bamba, te necesito una poca de gracia pa' mi patria. Y arriba, ay arriba, por ti seré. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán. Bamba, 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 bamba. Para bailar la bamba, necesito una poca de gracia pa' mi patria. Y arriba,
Well, if like me, all these amazing works of art have inspired you, then I look forward to seeing you on the other side of the break when we find out more about the City of Perth's Black Swan Prize for Portraiture here on Gallery Watch. Welcome back to Gallery Watch. Tonight we're at the opening night of the City of Perth Black Swan Prize for Portraiture, and there are some truly stunning works to be seen. So Olivia, we met you earlier in the evening where you were an aspiring prize winner. You have just won. How do you feel?
Oh, amazing. So shocked, actually.
Now, the look on your face was quite shocked. Did you not expect it at all? It's a wonderful piece of artwork.
No, I didn't expect it, really.
So you won a fabulous prize. Do you intend to turn this prize back around into artwork? What are you going to do with it?
I'm actually not sure yet. Hopefully, buy some more things and get going with my art. Yeah.
And has your success tonight inspired you to do more artwork, be more creative?
Yeah, definitely. I want to keep going with my art and, really happy about it.
And what are your thoughts on some of the other pieces of artwork in the competition?
Oh, they're all absolutely amazing, Really different and really good.
Now, the big question is, will you be entering again next year?
I hope so, yeah.
Well, we look forward, Olivia, to seeing a lot more of your artwork in the future, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
So how have you come to be involved in this wonderful event here this evening?
Basically, we've been involved, this is our 5th year running, so it's an amazing event. I actually don't know how we originally got involved, but I'm sure it would have been from Tina approaching Club Addo, being such a unique space, and it's pretty rare that the kids in the hospital get a chance to actually do anything like this. So, I'm sure once we were approached, we jumped straight on board. We've loved it.
Now, tell me a little bit more about this Club Addo.
Club Addo is a dedicated space specifically in the hospital for the adolescents, so it's from 12 to 19-year-olds that are able to use the space, and it's dedicated especially to ensure that we eliminate basically the boredom and isolation that they all feel once they're in hospital. If you can imagine, teenagers have a very tough time when they're in hospital because it's when they're taken away from their friends and their social groups, so it's probably the most important time when they do need that socialisation, so that's what the space could provide.
So there are awards given tonight at this event that are to some of the participants of Club Addo. So how has art been worked into this place?
Sure, so Club Addo has different rooms. They're set up for different things, and it's basically to skill share with the adolescents. So one of the rooms is specifically art-based. We have an art studio, and basically, if you could imagine, the kids come up there, and a lot of them haven't done art before because it's not been their passion, but when they're in hospital, they don't have a lot of physical things they can do, and so it's a really lovely space where they can try new talents, and one of them is definitely art. So because we've got that space, we love to hone in on trying to see what we can bring out of them and what unrealised talents they might have. So they start dabbling and they'll do jewellery or they'll do pottery, and then wow, we're here tonight, we've got portraitures being painted. A lot of them have said to me that they've never done portraitures before, so that's a really lovely buzz for them to actually then see it up in the lights and see people looking at them and awarding them. It's great.
So Di, tell me about this event.
Well, Tina Wilson was the founder of the event 4 years ago, I think now, and has made a huge impact on the art community of WA. Because before that, we all had to compete in the eastern states for everything. So every artist had to actually pay a huge amount of freight, because it can cost you up to $300 or $400 just for one painting to get to a competition in Sydney or Melbourne. Plus, then we had to compete in the eastern seaboard where nobody knew us. So, in a sense, to have a prize of our own, which is actually the same worth now as the Archibald. So it should be supported by the West Australian business community in a big way, because we now have an art prize that is equal to the biggest art prize in the eastern states and the biggest art prize in Australia for portraiture. So we're very proud that we now have artists like Esther coming from the east to compete against us in West Australia. So it's fabulous. We're actually bringing the money back in.
Now, tonight's opening evening was also about something else. It was about another dimension to these awards, and it was the Youth Award. Tell me about that.
Well, the Youth Awards are actually to encourage budding the next generation of artists, and also to get the schools and the community groups that otherwise don't do a lot of art interaction involved in the art prize, so that children are aware of it, they're aware of their opportunities coming up, and it also what portraiture does in a social sense, which people don't really think, is children have great artistic instincts and great self-expression, but they really think about themselves very much. So in a sense, they sit for a while and think about themselves. To do a self-portrait, they are actually spending time thinking about the real person and who they want to show on their portrait and what they want to say about themselves.
So tell me, does it just keep getting bigger and better?
Oh, every year. The standard, if you look around, the standard this year is outstanding. I mean, Esther's work is just stunning. You've got to look at the level of the portraiture work and the size and actually the proficiency in the artists and say, wow, really. And also the presentation, the entertainment tonight, the whole event is very, very amazing for us to have this here in WA.
I am here with another one of the very talented entrants in the Black Swan Prize for this evening. Hello, what's your name?
Emma Bishop.
And tell me about your portrait in this competition.
My portrait's a self-portrait of myself. It's called True Colours. It's a grayscale one of me, and there's lots of ribbons of colour coming out. Yeah.
Now, was it hard doing a self-portrait of yourself?
Well, I guess it's not too hard since you're used to waking up to yourself every morning. So it's not like I could look at myself whenever and just paint that. But yeah, it's the first time I've ever done a self-portrait. So.
And how have you found the event this evening?
Oh, it was great. The entertainment and all the other artists here are amazing. It's really good looking at all the works.
So will we see you having an entry in next year as well?
I hope so, if I get in, yeah.
Well, we look forward to seeing your artwork again next year.
Thank you.
Tell me about the calibre of the artworks involved in the event.
Well, I think it's amazing, and a lot of these people, I mean, people say that this is the answer to the Archibald here in Perth. Well, I hope it's different, and a lot of the people who are here are also in the Archibald as artists, so the calibre is outstanding.
So it's now gone from being a very prestigious West Australian event to now East Coast artists trying to enter, is that right?
Well, almost every year we've had East Coast artists, but the very first year we didn't because we wanted to focus on Western Australia, and we certainly want to keep that focus on Western Australian artists, but also endeavouring to grow this prize bigger into an international prize at one point in the future. But for now, of course, national is enough.
So what's next?
Well, we just want it to be bigger and better, and we would eventually like it to be beyond what we regard as the Archibald, so that we can bring more people from interstate here and just say, look, you know, you don't need to go, which is the reason for it all. You don't need to go to the eastern states. And not only that, if you're in the eastern states, please come to Perth. Perth's a great place to visit.
Well, I'm here with some more of the fabulous board members from Artrinsic, Joanne and Pina. How have you found the night so far?
It's been really quite thrilling, actually, to watch children and the youth getting recognised for their abilities in art and to be encouraged and motivated in that. I guess the standard of the art is really inspiring. It's so magical. It's really worthwhile coming and having a look.
Now, Pina, what do you think an event like this means to the people of Perth?
Well, I'm very passionate about the arts because I have a long history in the arts and have been involved in children's arts for a long time. But when we first started this, I've noticed that the standard has really improved, and I think we've noticed that children's personalities come out, and a lot of children that think they're not good at other things suddenly realise that they're really great at art, and so they're more confident. So it helps in a lot of situations, especially social situations. So especially in the Indigenous communities, we found that a lot of the children really relate to art and they're very excited about participating. So we're very happy with it.
And now Artrinsic does do quite a lot of work with Indigenous communities up north, don't they?
Yes.
Yes, we do. And this year it's been a very exciting series of workshops that took place in the northwest. And I think the response, there was a series of 8 workshops organised, and the response was so enthusiastic that they had to quickly organise and make room for more and more. So it was a very rewarding experience for the artists involved. It was, fantastic.
What would you like to say to the people of Perth about the event?
I'd say be really proud. We've got something that's really fantastic, and it's really a big step in towards encouraging the culture of Perth. And also, this is not just a Perth event, this is a national event, and the standard of the artwork here is extraordinary. So it's really something magical to be a part of and see something growing with great passion and intent in the state. Yes.
It also gives the WA artists an opportunity to showcase their work, because in the past WA artists find it's very expensive to actually freight their work over east. So the cost is quite prohibitive, and they think twice about entering the Archibald or the Doug Moran. So this has been an opportunity for them to actually showcase their work and then maybe think about going into the Archibald. So.
Now, for those people of Perth who missed seeing it this year, what can they expect next year?
Well, each year it grows. The momentum grows, the profile grows. So I just think really keep an eye out for it. And it's not just this one event. There's a canopy of events which you mentioned, which involves things like the children and the youth. It extends out into the rural, and it's just really worthwhile keeping an eye out for it. Don't miss it, because it really is the highest standard that you can expect to see in Australia. So come along. Thank you.
Pina, your final words?
Please support WA artists, because we have some amazing talent in this state, and it's not just from over east. So we'd like the WA people to get behind our WA artists.
Well, like me, you may be a little sad that the opening night of the City of Perth Black Swan Award for Portraiture has indeed come to a close. It's been a night full of frivolity, festivities, fine food and events, and of course some fabulous artworks. In fact, it's been quite a knockout. We hope to see you again very soon right here on Gallery Watch.